Today, we're in Dayton, Ohio, baby. Home of the Wright brothers. Home of scientists who helped break the Enigma machine in World War II. It's a happening place. And you know what else it's got? Immaculate thrifting. So that's what we're here for today. And let me just tell you, if these thrift stores are closed because today's Sunday, I haven't quite thought that far ahead. Let's go. We made it, everybody. The Holy Land. You might be thinking, yeah, that looks like a pretty good sized thrift store. That looks like it's gonna be a good time. Oh, just wait. There's more. So much more. I don't even know where to start. Okay, with a store this size, I think it might be a smart technique to go all the way to the back and work our way to the front. Because I feel like people are getting congested right at the front. They're falling for it. Look at these sleeves. Oh, classic Leslie Faye. Very cute, Leslie. How pretty. I will admit, the prices here are a little buck wild. Like, Shein dress, $14. So we're really seeing more like fast fashion prices. For our purposes, that's okay. We're just gonna have to be a lot more picky about what we pick up. I'm about to lose my mind. Who is she? This is so teeny tiny. What a vintage dream. I might have to get this for one of you. I can't. Uh-oh, wall of little black purses. My secret weakness.
That's way too little.
What?
That's way too little.
I don't know. I think it might be perfect. You too. He was referring to this. How are we feeling about maxi length denim dresses? And by dresses, I mean skirts. Ooh. I like these. Okay, if it's a no for the denim, then what about a tactical khaki skirt? I'll try anything once. Handmade vintage floral skirt of dreams. So a lot of times I get comments after I post a video of people being like, I wish you would have gotten that thing, I would have bought it. I've been looking for that in my wardrobe. So I'm thinking when I find something I feel is like truly special, not that. I'm gonna start grabbing stuff and I'll throw it on my Depop or something and one of you can grab it if you want it. No pressure. What's up with all these cool, colorful platforms? I'm about to show you something that's gonna give you cute aggression, so prepare yourself. Bite on a leather strap or something. Look at that little patch. Okay, let's go look at furniture. Haven't made up my mind yet. Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If we're being serious now, which we obviously are, I'm looking for a jewelry box. That's my current white whale. Me. You, when I'm your dad. The girlies are gonna love this. This is actually very cute, and it's only $3. Okay. Could this be everything I've been looking for? Now that's a box, but is it a jewelry box? Because sometimes I get tricked and it's a flatware box, which, you know, we could use a flatware box as a jewelry box. There are no rules, as we know. It's sure taped up good. There are drawers. This is coming home with me. Listen, she's dirty. She's kind of ugly. She has potentially mildew all over her, but you know what? I can fix her. I don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for, but I'm willing to take the chance to find out. I love them. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, first of all, this pattern. Hello. Second of all, just grandma's favorite recipes. Can I interest you in scrumptious beef? Or perhaps smorgasbord? I just want this book. Wow. Tiny plunger. Oh my gosh. Little ducks. Where are those geese? Okay, listen, I've got a cart full of stuff and I need to sort this out ASAP. And in classic Kathleen style, I'm wearing just the bulkiest outfit you could ever wear, so trying stuff on is a bit of a struggle. But honestly, maybe that'll mean I'll get less stuff, which is always good. But first, look at these. The cutest little Lily Pulitzer lime green sandals. I gotta try these on. And I also found this, I think it's a vintage bathing suit, although it's very stretchy, so it can't be that old, you know? But look at this little guy. Got this little green top, and I think I found the perfect piece for our Princess Mononoke x Levi's collab remake. It's this little wool-rich denim dress, little stretchy detail in the back. I think it's gonna be so good. It better be, because it's $18. I've never been cuter. Okay, let's go home. What do you think about that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Gonna crap your brains out later. Hey, Snooty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hi, you wanna see what I got? Of course you do, because most of it is gonna go to one of you, or three of you. But first, I wanna talk about this. This little vintage, mid-century energy, well, I guess it's not little, jewelry chest. I couldn't believe I found this when I had just told y'all that this is my white whale. Oh, she's here. To find a big jewelry storage solution. And something kind of wild happened. So you saw me at the thrift store. I opened one of the drawers just to kind of see what it looked like inside. And I was like, cool, looks good. I didn't look at any of the rest. But I should have. A couple days after we got home, this had been sitting on the dining room table, still taped up. And I caught Gus untaping it secretly to try and look inside. Actually, I got a clip of it. Let me just show you what we found. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
Treasure.
You taking my tape off for me?
Yeah. What if there's treasure in here?
The first thing Gus asked me was, did you look in all the drawers? There might be gold and silver in there.
Oh! What if?
What if?
Keep filming just in case.
Oh, I'm filming, baby. Don't even worry. Isn't it cool?
It's so cool. I had this thing loaded. You can see where all the rings were.
Oh, yeah. Maybe one like fell in the back.
That's what I'm wondering.
Am I in there? Are you serious? You're kidding.
I'm serious. Hold on. Give it a second. Gotta get there. Oh! I knew it. Wait.
What? What
Genuine
is this?
ruby necklace.
What?
Wait, look at this hammer. That's sweet.
What's going on?
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
What is that? Ding, 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 ding. I knew it.
This is crazy. You called it.
It's so pretty.
Love those
Look at this one.
colors.
Pretty little buttons.
Okay.
Like a little rosary delicate guy.
Treasure.
Congrats. Treasure.
Hey, put her there.
Good job.
Good job. Treasure. He was right. And if you know Gus, he's such like a little treasure hunter, collector guy, collecting coins and watches and cool rocks. So I really should have trusted his instincts and looked and believed him when he said, there's probably treasure in there. I think this is the coolest thing we found. Now it's all tangled up. Hold on. This little pendant that has a ruby in it. Wow. Coolest thing I've ever found in a thrifted item, I think. Much better than the time that I found a condom in a boot. Remember that? There's also this super duper tiny Roadrunner charm. Isn't that so cute? And then this hammer, we were like, what is this for? Is this like a jewelry tool? Is it a pendant you're supposed to wear? No, this is for cracking like rock candy. Good burp. Isn't that so silly? I kind of want to give it to one of my nieces or nephews, but I don't know if my family members would appreciate me giving them a solid metal hammer. So that's all the treasure there was in this treasure box. And while I think this treasure box has great bones, I don't love, one, the color of the stain. It's a little dark for the type of wood I like in my house. I like something a little brighter and warmer, as you can tell. So I was thinking maybe in a future video we could sand this down and restain it. We're not repainting it. We try not to paint wood because wood is beautiful. And then maybe even replace some of these little drawer pulls just to bring it back to life. She's a little scratchety. She's a little beat up. Speaking of wood, hold please. I've never seen anything like this. The little ribbons are like articulated. Got this beautiful bent wood piece here. This could be very, very, very cool depending on the styling, because this could lean very country living, live, laugh, love, you know what I mean? Or it could read very art object, funky eccentricity, you know? And I was thinking, even with this, we could also play with staining, perhaps, to make some sort of pattern, like it's some sort of patterned ribbon. I don't know. We can also explore this in a future video, but I was imagining it hanging above a door frame. Maybe in here. Let's see if it fits. I haven't even tested it yet. Kind of perfect. Okay, we continue. A couple miscellaneous things. A bundle of taper candles. Look at this color. And look at this color. I think this whole bundle was $3. A steal. And then you know I'm a sucker for a simple black purse. And I thought this little scallop detail was so sweet. And isn't this just begging to be painted upon? It goes into my to be painted purse stash. Feels like there's something in here. A keychain. Okay. And then you saw this when I was organizing my cart at the store. A little play suit bathing suit. KonMar is what the middle zipper says in the back. I should have done this at the store, but let's Google Lens it, see if we can find anything else. Google. Not seeing anything. Let's see when a KonMar zipper is from. Well, according to the internet, KonMar zippers started in the 30s and were heavily used in the 50s through 70s. Although I do believe they are still being produced. When are you from? When is your birthday? I'll keep researching this and let you know if I learn anything. Looks like a little baseball uniform bathing suit. I mean, come on. And it's got little tiny bloomers in here. Okay. Next, you already saw this handmade floral skirts with like a slight linen-y texture and this watercolor floral illustration pattern. I'll put up, measurements for it, but I would guess it would fit like a 2 or a 4. Check the measurements though. The dress that started it all. This dress is by the brand Coco, California. Is that the only tag? What size are you? Hello? This lace has like green edging on it to go with the little flowers and a little halter tie. Can you imagine? There is a teeny tiny little hole right there on the inside. The swoosh factor, unbeatable. Unbeatable. So I'm gonna put those 3 up on my Depop. If you want them, go snag them. No pressure. Do your thing. I know y'all like cute vintage stuff, so if I can get it into your hands and you'll love it forever, that's great in my book. And the one for me item I got. Brat Summer, anyone? I feel like this color of green, this lime green, will not die. First it was slime green back in like 2019, 2020, and now it's been rebranded as Brat. I couldn't be any happier. So these are Lily Pulitzer, which is a nice brand. I couldn't find these online anywhere. I think they're pretty old. I mean, they can't be that old, but they're in great shape. I like this height of heel because it adds a little like oomph, a little spicy specialness to your outfit without it being like, guys, I'm wearing heels. They're super comfortable. And look at the little scalloped edge on that lining piece. The devil is in the details, and that devil is a little baby girl sweetie cutie patootie. And how could I forget the Wrangler's denim dress of dreams? Like I mentioned at the store, I'm imagining this as the base piece for our Princess Mononoke x Levi's collab piece that I'm going to try and recreate. I've already got ideas on how we're going to do it. And if that sounds fun, keep an eye out on this space, okay? Before I go, do you want to talk about books? Like just for a second, maybe like 120 seconds. Okay. Oh, sorry, hold on one sec. We have a visitor. The last time we talked about books, I was reading the West Passage. We're still loving that, right, Kosh? Right? But here's the way that I like to consume books, and also the answer to some of the questions I got last week, which were like, how do you find so much time to read? And this isn't rocket science. I think a lot of people do this. I'm usually listening to one book and like reading a different book. So I've got my story to listen to while I'm walking the dog, taking a jog, that rhymed, and then something else to pull up while I'm just hanging, being sedentary. So concurrently with the West Passage, I started Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher, who wrote What Moves the Dead and What Feasts at Night, along with a bunch of other sweet little fantasy horror books. And I've gotten Sword Heart recommended to me a couple times. I thought it was just like a fantasy, an adventure story. What I wasn't expecting was the most charming rom-com teen drama featuring a man trapped in a sword. I'm not going to talk much more about the dynamics, because if you go in blind, you kind of don't know what to expect, and I don't want to ruin that for you. But I will say, one thing I really appreciate is seeing an interaction, a relationship building between an older couple. I feel like in fantasy, so often it's like a high school, college-aged romance. We don't always want that. There are other people in the world, you know? I read some reviews about it with people saying like it was kind of tropey, and I didn't really see it as tropey, because when I hear that, it has a negative connotation to me, but it felt like that's just who those characters really were. I guess the extra dimensionality of the characters, the fact that they weren't just like 2D, helped it feel like, yeah, you are leaning into a stereotype, but also there's a reason you act the way you do, based on their life experience, how they've been socialized, etc., etc. All that to say, tropes or not, I found it very charming, and I think you would too, especially if you like romantasy, but you don't like it to be overly cheesy. But I was still kicking my feet and giggling. And then I just started Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. This is my sweet spot. Sci-fi space cadets battling in a complicated social structure. I am getting the sense so far that this book is gonna say a lot about like societal norms and misogyny and homophobia and things of that nature. And part of me is like, I'm trying to read this to be entertained, and you're gonna remind me of the realities of the world that I live in. It doesn't sound fun, but it does sound important. So I'm liking it so far. Finally, your girl got another advanced copy of a cool book. This is A Grim Reaper's Guide to Catching a Killer by Maxi Dara. It's gonna be coming out in October, and as we all know, it's less than 100 days until Halloween, so get ready. This might be the perfect cozy mystery spooky season read. So when Maxi reached out to send this, it was described as a paranormal comedic murder mystery about a modern day Grim Reaper, and it was also described as Maxi's weird little word baby. I'm so proud of you and your first weird little word baby, Maxi. And the main character's name is Kathy, and I was named after a Kathy. New Kathleen lore dropped. I'm excited to read this. I think it might cleanse my palate after I get through Some Desperate Glory. And look how cute it is. Love an illustrated cover. Okay, I'm gonna go get those vintage pieces up on my Depop. If you want to check it out, here's the link. I'll put it down below as well. Again, no pressure. There's no pressure to ever do anything ever regarding my channel or anything I do, okay? As long as you're having a good time, that's all I need. If you enjoyed hanging out with me this week, then please feel free to subscribe if you'd like. I'd really appreciate it. That'll make sure that you get notified when I post my next video next week. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I have some ideas, but we shall see, won't we? Don't smell my eyeball. You could just subscribe if you want to see more of Kashi too, or follow me on Instagram, because he makes an appearance there often as well, at Kathleen Illustrated. Okay, I'm gone, and you should get gone too, you little stinky stonky, in a good way. Love you, bye.